Hey, hi guys, this is Rajesh PD from PD Zone. This video is to address a couple of queries came on my intermittent fasting post a couple of days back. Uh, it was very unpleasant conversation created by a couple of guys on it, but I didn't encourage it. I just put a smiley there and closed that argument right there. Okay, so I thought this is an ignorance, so it should be addressed. So maybe people who are ignorant about intermittent fasting, who always believe intermittent fasting is just another way of losing fat. All right, so I'm again telling you, intermittent fasting is not first of all created to lose fat. All right, intermittent fasting is created to improve your general health. Fat loss is just part of it, right? So if you want to do fat loss alone, you can choose a lot of diet like keto, intermittent fasting. You can do a low carb diet, you can do a high carb, zero fat diet. So people are following n number of diet and still getting results, right? So I'm not getting into that argument at all. I'm just trying to tell you here. And why I keep talking about intermittent fasting is not because I'm encouraging everyone to do intermittent fasting. I'm just encouraging everyone to be healthy, right? Fat loss is just a part of intermittent fasting, but you all know why I keep repeatedly telling this intermittent fasting is going to help you improve your general health, your organ strength, because your organs are beaten every day, right? Every time you eat food, it's taking a toll on your organs. It has to digest. It's doing it religiously from the time you wake up and time you go to bed. Whatever you eat, it has to process it. It has to separate the glucose. Your pancreas has to shoot insulin. Your kidneys has to filter toxins. Your liver has to filter toxins. It's a lot of work done by your organs. So you're just giving them some rest so that they can rest and recuperate. All right, it has to be done. If not religious reason, scientific reason, it's proved that intermittent fasting for a longer period of time, beyond 16 hours, beyond 12 to 16 hours, you get an effect called autophagy, where your broken cells and fungus infected cells or bacterial cells, which is not useful in your body, which should not be resting in your body, will be broken down, right, and utilized as energy, or used to manufacture or produce a new tissue in your body. So this is fantastic, right? You get new tissues in your body. You're becoming more youthful, right? Your skin, your liver, your hair, everything gets new cells, right? So that's fantastic. So intermittent fasting has lots of amazing benefits other than just fat loss, right? So these guys were talking to me like, intermittent fasting, anybody can starve for so many hours. Then again, they're gonna keep hogging all the food after that. It doesn't make a difference why you want to starve yourself from the morning, then again eat in the night all the food you want. You better eat it throughout the day. That's not the right reason, because the reason why we choose to fast in the morning hours is because you'll be more active in the morning hours, so you can burn more calories, right? That's the first reason, and you will be more insulin sensitive during the daytime and the evening. So that's another reason for choosing the fasting in the morning hours than the late evening hours. That's ignorance, right? So addressed here. Second reason, they say hogging the food, right, in the evenings. I generally don't suggest hogging the food. Definitely, I say 2 meals are good enough. Or if someone is someone requires more, someone is more hungry and someone's body weight is higher than expected, definitely he needs to maintain certain amount of calories, right? Again, I'm coming back to the point that intermittent fasting doesn't mean you're starving. If you're eating 2000 calories a day, even on intermittent fasting, you should try to reach that 2000 calories within the 2 or 3 meals after your lunch, right? So we are only pushing the eating hours towards lunch. We are not cutting down on calories. That's a very important point to be noted. So if when someone is arguing with you that you're eating less, tell them clearly you're not eating less, you're just pushing the hours, all right, of eating to a minimum window where you're still finishing your calories. So within the 8 hours window, you're still finishing your 2000 calories or 1500 calories, whichever your body required to attain in a day. So this point is over. The other point was, he was talking about Ronnie Coleman. That's one of the greatest bodybuilder in the world. So he was telling me Ronnie Coleman didn't do intermittent fasting to be where he is, right where he was. That is true. Apparently, Ronnie Coleman is an intelligent man, right? He will not be doing intermittent fasting to attain his bodybuilding goals. That's foolishness, right? No bodybuilder will be doing intermittent fasting to attain a muscle mass and compete in an elite Mr. Olympia stage. So if you're an athlete, if you're a bodybuilder, your goals are different, right? You might be eating 5 to 6 meals a day, and those 5 to 6 meals cannot be put in 2 meals. That is in intermittent fasting style. It's impossible, right? So I'm not here preaching to a bodybuilder or an athlete to follow intermittent fasting. So I'm just asking a general public who doesn't want a bodybuilding or a competing level physique. He just need to be fit, happy, and enjoy his life healthier way. That is the reason I talk about intermittent fasting, not about bodybuilding or athletes. Bodybuilders definitely should not be doing intermittent fasting because their requirement of calories is very higher and they cannot complete it within 2 meals in a day. So please don't compare Ronnie Coleman for intermittent fasting. He's an elite athlete. I have so much respect for him. He's an amazing bodybuilder, and it's rare. Nobody has yet reached his eliteness right now with the kind of physique he was carrying. Ronnie Coleman and bodybuilders and intermittent fasting is totally different. So don't even compare that. One more thing. Again, the same point. Intermittent fasting is not for just fat loss, right? Intermittent fasting, you should see that as a whole. You're improving your whole health, not just for fat loss. So if you have any questions regarding this, please jot down below this video. So once again, I'm telling you can do any type of diet to attain your fat loss goal. Intermittent fasting is just another way of doing it. That's all. And you guys have a great day. If you think this video going to help someone who is ignorant about intermittent fasting, please take a screenshot and post it in your stories. It might help them too. Okay, you have a great day. Bye bye.